holidays that are coming up. And so we're going to start with a little bit of drumming. All right. So. A lot of times I drum because it draws things into me. It draws in ideas. It draws in solutions. It draws in wisdom. It connects me to a higher power. Drumming is something that I really just keep around because it can always be used. So I can at any time pick up my drum and drum if necessary and do what I need to do to help me get grounded. So with Thanksgiving coming up, I'm sure everybody is feeling the tension of it. I know for me, I can't tell you how many years I spent hiding in bathrooms and hiding in kitchens. I remember as a kid, we'd go to my grandmother's place and all the men would be in one room and all the women would be in another. And I would try to find, some place to hide out, some landing, maybe go outside, maybe go into the spare bedroom, because I just couldn't handle the tension and the anxiety of such a difficult holiday. And then with Christmas coming up, that just added more. So I know if you're living in a relationship with a narcissist of any sort, whether it's your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, whether it's your spouse, the holidays are difficult. Whether you share kids with your spouse, the holidays are going to bring up a lot of anxiety. And you're going to be in situations where you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place. You're between being the person that you're supposed to be, being the one that makes everything nice for everybody and welcomes everybody in and has peace. I remember being asked many years ago to really step into inviting my family into my house and inviting my family into my life. And I didn't want to do that because I still had a lot of memories and ideas and thoughts that kept me kind of shut down. And that was okay. We're all in those positions sometimes when we come through difficult experiences. And holidays stir all that stuff up for all of us. We remember all the difficult experiences that led up to this. And in today's world, it's pretty common. It's not something that needs to be hidden in the background anymore because it's a reality. A lot of people have stressful holidays. And the more that we can kind of embrace that, the more we can help each other through it. So when I've been in those situations, when I've been, cooking furiously or snapping at people because my stress level's up or hiding in the bathroom halfway through dinner, before I didn't have any tools, I didn't have anything to do. I was just hiding. I was just finding some way to protect myself from how uncomfortable that I felt. So I'd be busy, or I'd find some place to read a book and look busy, or I'd pretend to be busy so everybody would leave me alone. Or I'd spend a lot of time in the bathroom, or my stomach would be upset, my digestion was all screwed up, or I'd have a pounding headache. And I would constantly be looking for places to go, places that I could kind of escape to. What I realized is that there are things that you can do in the moment that will help you have the resilience you need to be the person you want to be the kind, loving, open person that you want to be. Because as long as you feel stressed out by the holidays, you're not really being your highest self, are you? You're not being the person that in your mind, when you're balanced, when you're in a good place, you're not being that person. And I know you want to be that one. I know you want to be the kind one that invites everybody in and welcomes everybody and people feel comfortable. And what that means is that you have to authentically be in a good space first. If you aren't in a good space, if you don't take care of your emotional needs first, then you're going to end up enduring a holiday instead of enjoying a holiday. So what can you do? Well, it takes a little bit of preparation. If you know you're going to be having a stressful situation, a stressful holiday, a stressful experience, if you know this is coming, you can actually prepare for it. One of the ways I prepare for it is I'll put things like chamomile tea in my water. So I'll microdose with chamomile tea all day long to keep me sort of level, to keep me resilient, to keep me out of my stress and out of my reactions. I'll also take something like GABA, G-A-B-A. It's a neurotransmitter. And what it does is it gives you a little bit of bubble wrap around you. So stuff just doesn't bother you. You're able to look at people, you're able to have experiences, and it doesn't trigger your nervous system. You can look at all the different things, the herbs, the essential oils, the acupressure points, all the tools that you like that keep you calm, maybe music, and you get them ready. You put them around you. You put them in strategic places. What I also do is I'll play these things in the background. I love brainwave entrainment music, and I play it for myself. And when I play it in the background with other people, it keeps people calmer. The same thing with essential oils. I'll put essential oils on, and it not only makes me feel good, it helps everybody else in the room feel good, and the energy gets lightened. Things are a little bit easier. But let's say, you've created a perfect environment that you still feel tense, you still feel knotted up, and you just can't quite handle the tension that's out there. I get that. So this is what you need to do. Whenever you start to feel the tension rise, you pause. You find some reason to go someplace else. You find some reason to open up the refrigerator door and be behind the refrigerator, to go get laundry, to fold something, to figure out the fire, to go check the mail. Whatever it is that you do, when you're in the middle of that and you start to notice it rising, the first and most important thing you can do is pause, is stop. Don't keep just trying to power through it, because that won't benefit anybody. Because you actually can turn it around. You can turn around how you feel. So, okay, you notice the stress coming up, you hide behind the refrigerator door, and you use one of the tools we've talked about. Let's say havening. You're behind the refrigerator door and you're stroking your arm 20 times. It's no big deal. Nobody has to see it. And when you do that, that calms your nervous system down. And if you can't do your arms, you can do your hands. I can't tell you how many times I've used my hands to calm down when I couldn't hide, when I couldn't go anywhere. I'd stroke my hands. You can also stroke your face. All of those things will calm your nervous system. Another thing that I do are acupressure points. There's lots of different acupressure points that you can use. My favorite are the TAT points, which are thumb, ring finger, inside your eyebrows, middle of your forehead, and the other hand on the back of your head. If you do that physically, it flips your nervous system out of the stress place. Some other people like different acupressure points. One's maybe in the palm of their hand, or they like the acupressure points on the tips of their fingers. One of the things that I do, which works really well, is you can create an anchor. You can create a loving feeling. And this is how you do it. It's kind of exciting. You let yourself remember something, be in a safe space, and remember something that makes you feel loved, that makes you feel grateful, that makes you feel a higher level of kindness and beingness. And then you do some physical thing to remind you of it. So I'll squeeze the tips of my fingers. So, all right, you do that 3 times. You have a beautiful memory come up, and then I'll squeeze the tips of my fingers. And then I'll let myself have a different beautiful memory come up. I'll squeeze the tips of my fingers. And then I'll have a third beautiful memory come up, and I'll squeeze the tips of my fingers. Then, when I'm in the middle of Thanksgiving and all I want to do is hide in the bathroom, I can squeeze the tips of my fingers, and it will remind me, it will trigger my body into those positive feelings and experiences. If you add it with, some essential oil that you keep in the bathroom, and you do your havening and you do your TAT points, and you do some good breath work, and maybe you do a little bit of tapping and EFT, if you take those different tools and you blend them together, you'll actually be giving yourself a healing. So instead of Thanksgiving becoming something that you're completely trying to avoid because it scares the crap out of you and you're just trying to keep yourself level, it becomes something where emotions can come up and you can finally get them off your system. You can finally take them out of your brain and get them out of your body. It's a detox. So you can actually use stressful situations like the holidays as a way to detox the feelings that are held in your body that could go back generations. So, okay, this is my message for you. my message for you is Thanksgiving's going to be stressful. Own it, accept it, realize it, recognize it. Do something to prepare so that you can keep yourself stable and level moving up to it. Work through any emotional blocks that you can work on, working up to it. And then the day of, make sure that you give yourself lots of self-care, lots of ways to regulate your nervous system, to get yourself into alignment, to put down those emotional chemicals. Do those throughout the day, before everybody comes, during while everybody's there, after while everybody's there. And then on the flip side, when we're all done with the holiday, take time to take a bath or a nap or a walk or a ritual, something that allows you to finish processing through anything that came up over the holidays. And if you do this, if you actually use Thanksgiving and Christmas and other stressful times as an opportunity to heal, as an experience to finally get you out of the trauma and the suffering and the pain that could go back generations around holidays, around family dynamics, you're going to come out on the other side so grateful that you no longer have those hooks in you. You've unhooked yourself, and you're able to do it in the most loving, kind, supportive way, which is to nurture yourself and really respect your own needs. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. I hope you have Thanksgiving next week, and at least in the States. And if you need any help, need any suggestions, just put something in the chat. It can take me a day or two to get back, but it's no problem. Remember to like and share. And then also if you ask for live stream alerts, you'll get these in your newsfeed. And so you don't have to search them out. And you'll be able to get information and get the grounding that you need when you need it. Okay? So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.